Okay. Explain yourself. The comment yesterday that the Cowboys are the third best team in the NFC East. I had to say that slowly to make sure I got all the words out.
Well, I think that, number one, the Washington football team and the Giants are better coached top to bottom. I think they've got a better coaching staff top to bottom. I think, number two, it's a more complete roster with less holes by the Giants and the Washington football team. And the third thing is, I think that we still, we can't just say quarterback performance equals football team wins. That's just not the NFL. Certainly, the better the quarterback, the more likely you are to win football games. But I'd ask this question to you guys and to Cowboys fans. 2019, would you guys say that was Dak Prescott's best year as playing quarterback?
Was that
At
the
the
rookie
beginning?
season? No, 2 years ago.
What was that? 2019, was that his best season?
It was very good. It probably was
Okay.
one, if not his best, his second best.
Okay, so 2019, Dak's arguably best season. They don't win the division. Last year, Dak, so according to many people, is balling the first 4 or 5 games before his injury, and they don't win a lot of football games. So, the quarterback performance for the Cowboys doesn't mean division title and or a ton of wins. I think even last year in those first 4 games, their offensive line was playing really bad football. They're a bottom 5 offensive line when you look at the tape or when you look at numbers. Ezekiel Elliott had one explosive play, so he's got to play better. So, do I think Dax can have a good year? Yes, I think Dax can have a good year. The defense is still an issue. I think the philosophy is going to be very interesting to pay attention to with Dallas, of how they try to cover up a defense, or do they try to outscore opponents, because that's going to have an impact as well. So I just think Washington is such a good defense and an improved skill group that if Fitzpatrick plays the way he did for Miami when he played last year, that team is going to be very difficult to beat because of the defense. And New York, with some of the additions that they've made at skill position, their defense is going to be really good. It was top 10 last year, and some of the additions they made on their defense. If Daniel Jones makes the second to third year step that quarterbacks sometimes do, they're going to be very difficult. I think they're better football teams if the quarterbacks play good football.
That's my issue. I don't have a problem with Washington, but Daniel Jones might be a bum, Dan. He might be out of the league. He might be gone. So to think that team can carry him, that to me was the stretch in the comment and the opinion. How much better is Dak Prescott than Fitzpatrick and Daniel Jones? And Daniel Jones might be gone soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not totally disputing the Daniel Jones thing. When Daniel Jones was selected, I massacred the pick. And I wasn't somebody when he started to play, early that rookie year and have some success. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, everyone got it wrong. And I was like, slow down. We got to see how long, it takes a couple years to figure guys out. I would say Dak Prescott's, how much better than Fitzy? I mean, obviously he's better than Fitzy by a significant margin. Worth wins, I don't know, 3 or 4 wins, so to speak, you would hope, imagine, after you paid him 140 balloons. I just know this, Daniel Jones, it's tough to gauge Daniel last year, just being candid and being honest. Offensive line was poor, and I think it's going to be poor for the Giants this year, but he also was missing multiple skill position players. Obviously, Saquon not there. First year in the offense with the second year in the NFL. So I think that I'm not expecting Daniel Jones to make a Josh Allen type of jump, but does Daniel Jones look a little bit more like that rookie year Daniel Jones when he did have some success? Because if he does, then the Giants, because of their defense and because of their skill position players, are going to be really good. I mean, their defense is going to be very good. And the same with the Washington football team. And so I think that because both defenses are significantly better and the quarterbacks have shown moments where they could play good football, if there's sustained success there, the Cowboys are completely dependent, at least they were last year, on Dak Prescott balling. And if Dak Prescott isn't playing lights-out football and throwing for 400 yards a game, I think they're going to be an offense that is going to be so dependent on scoring 30 a game.